Welcome to the Startup Funding Espresso. I'm Hall T. Martin, where we talk about how to raise funding and invest in startups and the time it takes to drink an espresso. If you have a question about startup funding or investing, please go to the website, startupfundingespresso.com, and type in your question into the chat bot in the lower right corner to receive an answer. I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, this is Hall T. Martin with the Startup Funding Espresso, your daily shot of startup funding and investing. Incentives can entice investors to join the round. In the early days of the raise, you may want to offer warrants to investors to come in early. Warrants give the investor the right to buy stock in a specified price range. One could offer 2 warrants for those in a group who join this month, 1 warrant for those who join next month, and no warrants for those who join thereafter. Those seriously considering an investment will consider coming in earlier to capture the incentive. Incentives also work to break a stalemate in the fundraise. If you have 10 or more investors who are slow to join, you can offer the warrants as an incentive so someone in the group goes first. In this scenario, offer 1 warrant to each of the next 3 investors in a group. Once 3 investors are in, other investors may follow even though there are no longer any incentives. Discount stores who promote too many price reduction sales train their customer base to wait for the next sale. Use incentives carefully so the investors don't wait for incentives to invest. Thank you for joining us for the Startup Funding Espresso, where we help startups and investors connect for funding. Let's go start us into today. Hall T. Martin is the director of Investor Connect, which is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to the education of investors for early stage funding. All opinions expressed by Hall and podcast guests are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinion of Investor Connect. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon as a basis for investment decisions.